1 minute. Starts in 1 minute whether you're here or not. All right, good morning to you. Welcome to Columbia, South Carolina. I'm going to give you your instant update brief. All right, we're going to go over a lot of information. I've got most of the information that you need up here on the side of the trailer. Take pictures of this. I'm going to point out first to all the elements. Post your tactical action plans and your talk up on the wall. Captain Gray gave all of you a hazard summary. You're going to need that later in the day. Make sure you post that. IC reporting requirements, per sat, log sat every 4 hours. Throughput is going to be hourly. We'll let you know when that starts. And the financial is going to be every 6 hours. Is what I'm tracking from last night. Let it change. Okay, this is what happened. On the 10th of December at 7 o'clock in the morning, an improvised nuclear device detonated in the vicinity of the state capitol complex. When the CST responded, they estimated it to be a 10 kiloton nuclear weapon. A mushroom cloud was present with radiological dust, vapor, and debris. An EMP, that's an electromagnetic pulse, knocked out communications from 3 to 5 miles. From 3 to 5 miles, with the worst part being at the 4-mile mark. Flash of light was visible for 5 miles. Pressure and heat was felt up to 2 miles. High levels of radiation, especially within that half a mile radius out from the strike area. We will not be operating in that 0.5 mile radius because the levels are too high. The majority of our operations, including where we will be, are within 1 mile in the moderate damage zone. Light damage was present out through 3 miles. The city, large portions of the city were evacuated. Other residents were told to shelter in place in Columbia. Local responders were overwhelmed, and that's why you're here. Congratulations. The fire department is partially operated, but it was heavily damaged. The local police department was destroyed. The state EOC and emergency response team is working 24 hours. Weather is clear. The wind is southeast to northwest at 2 miles an hour. Nobody, responder-wise, is allowed in the 10 rem per hour zone. Over 500,000 without power. Current objectives from the IC include search and rescue, medical, the same things you would expect. Guys, make sure and tell your LNOs, as we execute this mission, we are planning for operational periods 6 and 7. That means that as you gather information, your information must have meaning. We must know the so what. We need to be able to conduct predictive analysis with that. You're going to respond in Branch 3, Division J as in Juliet. Branch 3, Division J as in Juliet. Our base camp 3 is at Fort Jackson. The area that we're responding to is called Columbia Hall. It is at 918 Barnwell Street. This is in your tactical action plan. 918 Barnwell Street, Columbia, 29202, I think that is. Sectors 1 and 2. Again, you'll see it on your tactical action plan on the graphic on the front. Your incident commander's name is Bob Guerreri. All right, anything over $5,000 that you're going to burn. In other words, you're going to take it into the hot zone. If a single item costs more than $5,000, we have to know that to get prior approval before you send it down there. Beta and gamma radiation is what you're looking for. Level C PPE is going to be required. Anybody getting, any responder getting more than 5 rem at 5 rem is a reportable incident. Currently, there are 435 personnel unaccounted for. I do not know how many are non-AM and AM. I do not know that, but there are 435. Let's see, what else do I got to talk about? All right, talk about the time. The contaminant obviously is radiological. We don't know what isotope yet. There were thousands of isotopes. Again, 435 casualties. Initially, there were 485. 50 people self-evacuated. Signs and symptoms are consistent with a collapsed structure: cuts, bruises, broken bones. Talked about 10 kiloton improvised nuclear device. Other hazards: looting. That's why Case is here. Structure collapse, cuts. Household chemicals will be present for S&E as you go into the building. POL is something to think about as well. Other response agencies, there are local responders on the scene. You've got USAR, there's SURF-Ps and adjacent branches, and of course the HERF is here. Building blueprints, we've requested those. We will request those through the ICS 213s. There are no additional decon sites that you can get to, okay? You got to use the decon site. The 138 is going to provide you, or the emergency decon. Critical incident stress management, we're going to request that on a 213. That's your chaplains, behavioral health. Going to take some time to get them. Okay, the command post, the location, the northeast concrete pad. You've seen the concrete pads on your site occupation plans you got. It's the northeast one. Operational time, approximately 9 to 9:30, okay, is going to be your operational time. Effective communication means make sure your LNOs are there to help me out. Keep your radios on, and the GISC has to be operational within 90 minutes of crossing over that line.
Can I get one thing?
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so if you need critical incident stress management within your element, just ask the C2 in regards to that. We're going to get it from the HERF first, because they do have available assets. If they're tapped out, then we'll do a 213 unit for you. Okay, so just focus.
Okay, you already know why you're here. The boss told you last night. 138th will be the decon element. 810th will be the S&E. The AirMed's going to take care of the medical. 283rd GISC will be doing the communications. The 178th is going to be taking on the case mission. Am I forgetting? FSRT, you know you're here to do the fatality recovery mission, of course. 265th headquarters, we're doing the C2. That's your mission assignments. That's your guidance from the commander as far as what you're doing. Well, I'll be monitoring your performance through your LNOs. So that's why I'm going to be asking a whole lot of questions throughout the day. Your LNOs are going to beat you up. You're going to beat them up. Everybody's going to talk. We're going to have a great time. I'm going to monitor your effectiveness of the support plans to include medical assets. So that's why those boards that are present at the top are so important. That's why you're getting asked 100 questions. The emergency decon has to be available within 30 minutes of the start of the clock, okay? Not necessarily the completion of the IC link up, right? So that's the difference if you're looking at your TNEOs, it's from the start of the clock, okay, when you cross over that line. Okay, that's what I've got. Mr. Clark, please tell them about the safety, sir.
Hey, good morning, everyone. So, as already been said, we're dealing with a radiological hazard, mainly gamma and beta radiation. ICS put out 5 REM notifications for preservation of our forces. We backed that down to 2 REM. So our OEG is 2 REM. Our notification dose rate is 1.5. So that's going to be your turn back dose. So if you're working in an area, your detection equipment goes off at 1.5. You need to apply time, distance, and shielding to get away from that area. Notify us so we can go ahead and call CSP to get some additional readings out there. So we can know what's going on. We might have uncovered something that ain't been covered by something else. Okay? 10 REM is your allowable dosage to recover valuable equipment, and 25 REM is for life-saving procedures, in which any volunteers or first responders will be notified of all the hazards and health risks associated with going into a 25 REM area. It's already been said, your PPE level is level C. Radiation equipment is going to be PDR 77 and 75, UDR 13s, and BDR 2s. Real world, if we have inclement weather, it's going to be our emergency procedures. Inclement weather, I'll be keeping track of that as well as with the HERF. If we have a storm coming in, we'll go ahead and radio it to let you guys know what's going on. If things get too serious, we're going to shelter in place. If we have to evacuate, the evacuation location is the stage area that will be communicated over the radios, and it'll be one long horn blast on one of our trucks. One long horn blast means to evacuate the area, come back to the stage area, get 100% accountability of all your personnel. If we have a gas, when the shift, anything changes, gas will be 3 short horn bursts. 3 short horn bursts, you go ahead and don your mask, shelter in place, get accountability, and then wait for further updates from your LNO as far as if we need to evacuate, or we can go ahead and it's all clear. If a man goes down, you're going to pretty much send us a salute report so we know what the situation is with the condition of that soldier. real world, let me know. I'll contact, we have EMS on site. I'll contact EMS. I'll be there. We'll get EMS over there to go ahead and analyze the situation. If we have to, if a soldier really needs to get off the scene and go to the hospital, they'll be picked up by Clinton County Fire Department and transferred to Shan Stark Regional Medical Center. I'll have all the information. It's approximately 6 miles away from there. Any questions?
Comment, make sure if we have a exercise man down,
Yes.
make sure you are saying exercise.
Yes, extra. One more thing. En route to the AO, when we leaving the station area, make sure you follow all of the base's speed limits and keep an equal distance away between vehicles. We don't want to have some type of wildlife, anything come across and stop short, and then we have a whole extra scene that's going on. Also, for any hazards identified on the footprint, wildlife, insects, leave them alone, mark it off, let us know so we know not to send anybody down there real well. Any other hazards identified, just let us know, put it on 213 so we can add that to our safety 215 so we're tracking anything that happens. Right? It's approximately 56 degrees right now, so your work rest cycles into it will be 66 degrees, 40-20. So your initial work rest cycle is going to be 40-20. Stay hydrated, 1 quart of water on the hour. Anything changes, I'll communicate that to you so they can go ahead and put that up with a new work rest cycle. We're not anticipating it to get any hotter than 68 degrees today, so you guys should be okay.
Good. All right, Sergeant Elias. Okay.
How you doing? Good morning. My
Good
name
morning.
is Sergeant Elias. I will be doing your communication. Now, in my hands I have your SOI, your signal operating instructions, as well as your ICS 205 Alpha, which is your communications board. Included in the ICS 205 Alpha is the Wi-Fi password for the GISC when we get in. Also, the username for the Wi-Fi. There's a couple of them, so it's a certain one. If you have any problems, any issues with communications, that will be on channel 12. All right?
Sorry. Sergeant Major.
All right, number one thing, everybody's a what?
Safety.
That's right. So let's be safe. Let's do what we gotta do. Let's have the proper PPE on. This is a part of you until we index. Do not take your mask off. It needs to stay with you at all times. Make sure, NCO, make sure you should have already done it, but do one last check, PCC, PCRs, make sure filters on your mask in case we have gas, you're not sucking. Let's just do the proper things. Like I said before, this is your answers. This is the key. Go by this and we will be successful. Go by this and we will be successful. I don't care if you gotta have one person out there reading it line by line. We will be successful. No shortcuts. Do it the way the TONE says. Do it the way. Roger?
Roger.
All right. So let's have fun. Stay motivated. Let's get through this thing.
Bless you,
Hey,
bless
this
you.
is what we've been waiting for, guys. All right, we've been training, but today's the day, okay? So we got to make it all happen. So keep motivation high all day long. Stuff that we keep on talking about. It's cool, the weather's going to work out good for us, but have everybody continue to hydrate and eat and everything they need to keep on going. It's going to be a long day, all right? Ground guide, everything. It's the little stuff that's going to bite us in the butt, okay? So pay attention to details. It's late in the day, don't stop doing that, okay? Details matter, okay? Double check everything. If you're walking back, check the trailer connections one more time. Like I said, ground guide everything. And then last one I would say, our mission is to save lives and to mitigate human suffering. That's what we do, period, okay? Every victim out there, every casualty we come in contact with, whether it's alive or a piece of plastic, it don't freaking matter, okay, is somebody, and even remains, is what we're gonna treat with respect, okay? Just like it's your brother or your sister, your mom, your dad, okay? Treat all these casualties with the respect that you would want anybody to be treated with, okay? Do that all day long, and then we start getting tired, keep doing it, all right? I expect great things. It's gonna be an awesome day. Everything's in our favor today. This is ours to win, okay? So let's go do it.
Ground guides, chop blocks, drip pans, make sure you got all those safety measures in place. Get your generator shields put up and all that stuff. Thank you.
Everything that was briefed today, you probably already got too.
Yeah, you should already have it. Tactical action plan has most of the answers. Okay.
You got a question, though, fire it off.
Established stuff. Yeah, but send up any information. Boom, let's do it.